Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. I thought I'd take a look at Pro Evolution Soccer Management on the PS2. I remember when it was released back in the day it was 2006, and I never managed to play it. I remember reading reviews, and basically, guys, I didn't know whether to include this in the Bad Video Game series or not. I wanted to play it first, so we're going to play this. And then, when I finish editing the video, I'll decide whether it should go in the Bad Video Game series. Here's a really dodgy intro. Look at the managers on the sidelines. Is that Ronaldinho? Yeah, so like I say, I've never played this before. It didn't get a good reception. It received negative reviews, and when I was a young man, a kid, I loved playing manager games on the consoles, stuff like LMA Manager on the PS1. So I was really interested in playing this, guys, and I'm going to go in with an open mind. It does use the PES 5 engine, so when we get to the matches, I guess it's going to look exactly the same as PES 5. That's what I think anyway. But let's jump into this and see what this is all about. So we've got these 4 options here. I think we'll try out season mode, guys, because that's the main game, isn't it? But yeah, this game is supposed to be pretty bad. Okay, let's put my name in here. But I've got high hopes for this because I love PES 5 so much. Okay, so let's see what options we've got here when it comes to editing the appearance of your manager. Okay. Right, let's give him a dodgy hairstyle because it's PES and that's just what you do. Yeah, these are all a little bit boring. How do I give him... I want to give him a ponytail. Just because. Because you can. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's even better. Looks like a carpet, doesn't it? Looks like someone's dodgy living room carpet. Let's change the hair colour here. So, yeah, I was a fan of the management games on the Amiga back in the day and on the early consoles like the PS1. Yeah, let's give him a grey beard as well. He looks a bit like John Terry, doesn't he? That'll do. Can we change his suit? Or his clothing? Yes, we can. So the options here are more in depth by the looks of things than PES 2020, which is ridiculous. But that's Konami for you. Look at that. Looks like he's going to go out for dinner. Okay. Let's just... It doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, that'll do. Looks like a Bond villain now. Yeah. So, like I say, I never really got into management games on PC. I've kind of gone off them in recent years. But on the consoles, or the early consoles, and on the Amiga, I played a lot of stuff like Championship Manager, and like I say, LMA Manager on the PlayStation. Yay, look at him. That's my agent. So, it'll be interesting to see how in-depth this is, because I can't imagine there being... Or I can't imagine this game having the depth of other management sims. I could be wrong. So, this was another complaint with this game. I remember reading the reviews back in 2006. There's a lot of fake teams, a lot of fake player names, and also Konami got the names of lots of managers wrong in this game. I'm going to be playing as Man Red. Obviously supposed to be Man United. It's the team I support, so I guess I'll know the players a little bit better than the other squads available. I remember this team. It was okay. It was the start of a decent Man United side. This was had a very young Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, it just lacked. It lacked a few players. This team, or a lot of this team, did go on to win the Champions League in 2008. Obviously, look at that midfield: Keenan Scholes, memories. Okay, manager contract. He looks like John Terry as well. Why does everyone look like John Terry? He looks like a mixture of John Terry and Paul Robinson, the ex-Spurs and England goalkeeper. Okay, so here's the assistant selection. We've got Emilia Rossi, considered a genius even at her tender age, a classical music lover who can speak most European languages. How do I toggle? Are there others? There must be. Up and down, is it? Yes. So we've got Yvonne. She apparently turns heads everywhere with her grace and beauty. Rumoured to be the daughter of a Russian billionaire. There's Rebecca Sales. Her hobby is walking her dog. And Zhang Li can instantly become friends with almost anyone. Wow, what a skill. I think I'll go for the dog walking lady. But again, I don't think it really... It's just very Konami. I don't think it'll make a difference what assistant you would choose. I could be wrong, but... There's Man United's or Man Red's trophy cabinet in the background. Looks like something from the 1970s. And so do the trophies, come to think of it. I mean, they look like darts trophies, don't they? Or trophies you'd win. You'd win at the Ali Pali. But anyway, I'm cynical, guys. I'm always cynical when it comes to football games and football management games in this case. So here's the staff with really bad names. Marsground. Again, very Konami. They could just think of some normal surnames if you're going to use fake coaches and stuff. Just, yeah. But anyway, I'm nitpicking here. It's all about gameplay. There's the press conference. Look at the flowers on the desk there. What the hell? And there is my manager who, yeah, he does look like John Terry, doesn't he? Or is it just me? But yeah, this press conference, I have no input whatsoever. It's all predetermined for me, which is a shame. I got another John Terry next to me there. And I got a guy who looks like Esprimas. Remember him on the Master League default players in the old PES games? I hope you've brushed up. Here are the details, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, so we've received our personal funds from the chairman. We've got 26 million for personnel resources and a salary budget of just over 39 million. Which, thinking back to 2006, is kind of realistic, I guess. Obviously not in today's markets when players are going for like 100 million a time. So here's the Man United players with the fake kits, obviously, because Man Red or Man United are not licensed in this. I think Arsenal and Chelsea are, if it's using the PES 5 database and licenses. Yeah, okay. Today is the start of a new season. Yeah, that trophy cabinet. I mean, you could argue it's the manager's like personal accolades cabinet kind of thing. But yeah, it just looks amateurish to me. Here's B Beltlake with the scout list. I'm not really going to dig too deep into this kind of thing, guys, but as you can see there, we've got 3 scouts that we can use and send them out and watch players and stuff that I might pursue to bring in as a transfer, which is pretty cool. So Rebecca is letting me know that a number of players will be out of contract. So I mean, the only player there who I wouldn't really want to lose for free, obviously, is Rooney, because he's still worth money. But the rest, Maybe Sylvester, I don't know. I think Gary Neville would be coming to the end of his career soon. Tim Howard obviously would go on to Everton and spend a long time there, actually. So, Mr. C Machine has been appointed manager of Man Red. Okay, so here's the top screen. And what can we do in here? Okay, so we've got meetings. What's that about? Okay. So there's not actually... Of course there is. I was going to say it doesn't deal in money, does it? But it does. It deals in pounds. I've already chose that. But in the meter now, I could request points. I wonder what that means. Because you used to use Master League points, if I remember correctly, in the old PES games rather than currency, or as the currency. Here are the leagues, guys. I'm going to look at Atletico Madrid. Let's see what kind of players they've got. Let's see if I can... Or let's see what a transfer looks like in this. Let's bring in... young Fernando Torres before he went to Liverpool. Superb player in his day. There's Kezman. Remember Kezman? Ended up at Chelsea. And did nothing of note. Let's look at Barcelona. Let's try and get... Yeah, let's go for Ronaldinho. Can you imagine prime Ronaldinho and Ronaldo in the same team? Ronaldinho just behind the strikers, pulling the strings. Wow. Obviously, Man United did go in for Ronaldinho when he was at PSG, but as everyone knows, he ended up at Barca. Okay. I need to get rid of a player, or a few players. Apparently my squad's too big. So let's get rid of... Oh, let's place Rooney on the transfer list. For 12 million, you're having a laugh. Rooney was still a very important player. I mean, he's only 20 there. At least 30 million, and let's see if we get any bites. I mean, I could probably sell him for more than that, but anyway, that's how you transfer list a player. It's all very basic, guys. It's just like playing Master League in a way, but without being able to play the game when it comes to kickoff. So I guess that's where my issues with this game are already starting. I don't know how much longevity this game would have for me. It's like playing PES 5, but you can't actually play the matches. And that's the best thing about PES 5, is playing the game, because it is absolutely brilliant to this day. My preseason match is against Summersterine, whoever they are supposed to be. I think it's one of the fake... Well, it's definitely a fake team, but there's old Espimas. No, I'm not interested, really. I don't want to hear about it, so let's just keep... I want to get to a match and see what it's about. So there are my opponents for the next match, for the pre-season friendly. I like that it's got pre-season friendlies to get fitness up. That's cool. That's a positive. But it's... You've got to think about this game's competitors at the time. There would have been some very, very good management sims around. And I think that's why this... I'm guessing here, but I don't think this sold particularly well. I could be very wrong on that, but I don't think it did. I mean, when you speak to anyone about football gaming, it's like, oh yeah, PES back in the day was the best. When you talk to people about management sims, no one ever talks about the PES management games. So this is really interesting for me, playing this for the first time as a lover of old school PES games. Okay, let's leave this screen. I don't know. Everything is pretty snappy. Like I find the menus and stuff fine. It's easy to go in and out of stuff and find your way around. So I think I'll keep this 4-3-3 formation here. Maybe if I got another centre back instead of Sylvester. PK. He was obviously ended up at Barcelona. Would love to have seen how he got on if he did stay at Man United. I like that. That first 11, I really like that midfield and attack, especially Van Nistelrooy, my favourite striker of all time in the Premier League. Right, what's going on here? I was just praising the menus, and yeah, I'm not sure what I'm actually doing here. Okay. Okay, so it's like your options there are defending set pieces and in play in transitions in plays, which is quite deep. That surprised me. I didn't know it would be tactically that deep. So that's a good thing. So here we go. It's the preseason match for the 05-06 season against Man Red against Somerset or whatever they're called. There's my tactics. So I like my team. And Van der Sar in net. What a great goalkeeper he was. Great signing. If anything, Man United should have signed him a few years earlier. Because he was far too good for Fulham, wasn't he? But anyway, let's tuck in the wingers a little bit. I love that midfield though, guys. Keane, Scholes, Rooney. And the wingers aren't bad either, in Giggs and Ronaldo. But anyway, let's see how this game, or see what it's all about when the action is here. Here we go.
We're off. You never know quite what is going to happen in this game.
So, can I change the camera? Yes. So it's already on wide by default. Let's see what tactics cam looks like. Yeah, it's okay. You could see far more of the game. But I think I'll switch it back to wide, which is what I always used to play PES 5 in. So yeah, obviously guys, I'm not playing at all now, so I'm just managing things. And yeah, this game still looks good. I mean, I say this game, it's PES 5 basically, guys, on the pitch. I played PES 5 a few days ago, and it's still so much fun to play. It's better than the modern day PES games, in my opinion. So it looks like here we're playing at the old Juventus Stadium, if you remember that, guys, where the crowd or the stands were miles away from the pitch. And they just want to keep the ball here. By the looks of things, they just pass it around defence, doing absolutely nothing. How do I speed things up? Because this is going to go on forever otherwise. Okay. Yeah, it must be mapped to one of the... Right, I've just played offside trap there, and he is offside. Yeah, it must be mapped to one of the... I was going to say the D-pad to speed things up. Oh no, obviously it's L1 and R1. There we go. So there we go. It's Rooney. That's a corner.
It's the first corner of the first half. The defence is going to have to be on their toes. Here's the corner.
It's Keane. Oh, I was going to say, have a shot. That's a free kick. No, it's not. It's a throw-in. But, guys, I mean, just watching this, it just makes me want to play. And I know it's a management game, but I just want to play it, because PES 5 was so good. I know I'm like a broken record. Offside again. The offside trap's working. So if you press up on the D-pad, basically your players will... The four of them will all run forward and play the opponent offside, which is pretty cool.
I'd say Giggs.
Come on, Giggs.
Cuts it back deep. The defence is playing very well to you.
So I've sped it up again, guys, as you can see. Is it a penalty? I think it's a penalty. It's a Troy Deeney, as my good friend Dave from Dave's Game Room would say. No, it's not. It's a free kick.
This is a great chance.
And, yeah, not a very good free kick. The animations in PES 5 still look so good for its time. That's offside. Ronaldo's offside. I think at half-time I'm going to change the shape of the team a bit, guys. I think it's unnecessary playing 3 in midfield against a team as poor as Somerset.
Clearly offside.
So we'll get to half-time first, though. I love those banners in the crowd. Did you see that? Who ate all the pies? I think Rooney did. But anyway,
Takes the shot.
the only problem with speeding it up like I have, look at that little ball and the way Giggs stretches for it. Then I love that. I love that. So ahead of its time this game was. I keep saying this game. It's not this game. It's PES 5. This isn't a PES 5 Let's Play, so I'll shut up about PES 5. But I'm glad it uses that engine. I'm actually going to go and play PES 5 after this.
At half-time, the score is 0-0.
So yeah, let's change formation, I think. The tactic settings. Yeah, I think a 4-4-2 is going to work here. We've got... Yeah, the 4-4-2 diamond, I think... Yeah, that's fine. I think will work well. I think I can play Ronaldo up front with Van Nistelrooy as a striker, because Ronaldo has ended up playing as a striker in the latter stages of his career. So, there we go. I'm not entirely sure what C means. Does that mean central striker? Rooney A is obviously attacking midfielder. And then you've got left and right central midfielders and Roy Keane as the defensive midfielder. I'm going to put Park in there. So we've brought Giggs off, basically, and I've pushed Ronaldo up front in a 2 with Van Nistelrooy. Hoping that will give me goals.
So let's see what the second half will bring.
So, here we go. It's sped up to 5. It's the quickest I can actually watch the match now, guys. Come, Rooney. Oh, was that Ronaldo? It was. Oh, he's hit the beans. The beans on toast, the post. I think. Oh, and it's Ferdinand. It's 1-0. Get in. Changes the shape of the team and we get the goal immediately. A little bit of stuttering and lagging going on there, guys. That might be the emulator I'm using. I'm not too sure. I like the replays. I've always loved the replays in PES. They're so good. And I like the fact that even though you can speed up the gameplay, you still get the proper replay so you can see what happened. It's a decent corner there from Rooney. And it's 1-0 to Man Red. Here comes Rooney.
15 minutes into the second half.
I think another goal would kill this pre-season friendly off. And we have scored another goal. It's Paul Scholes, the Ginger Prince. And that should be enough. Scholes, my favourite Man United player of all time. What a magician. An absolute magician. There's a nice little finish there. Van Nistelrooy with the through ball. And Scholes just slots it past the Somerset goalkeeper. And it's 2-0. But yeah, I love the way the ball skids off the turf there because it's raining. It's so cool. I'm not going to mention PES 5, I promise. Let's can I make substitutions? How do I make substitutions? I don't think you're supposed to hit pause. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Okay.
So close. I think a few of the fans thought that was it.
Trevor Brook in there on commentary with, I can't remember his name, Peter Brackley. So 72 minutes gone. That's how I turn off.
In the final quarter of an hour.
Oh, Somerset have got a goal back. This could be an interesting and nervy. I say nervy, it's only a pre-season friendly. Yeah, it seems to really lag on these replays for me, guys. Yeah, I don't they get a bit of luck, really. It sort of ricochets off PK's ankle, I think. Ferdinand comes in with a last-ditch attempt, but doesn't get anywhere near the player or the ball. And Somerset have got a goal back. Here we go. It's all on now. How do I... Oh, wow. So that's what circle does. I'm using the PS4 controller, guys, to play this. There we go. So it's square to basically to make any in-game changes. I'm just going to, yeah, throw whoever on here. It's just tired legs now. I want to get the fitness up of the players that have been on the bench. I think I'll stay with the 4-4-2 diamond. It seems to be pretty effective against Somerset, although I think their players are extremely tired as well, which is why maybe I've got the goals in the second half. But I like this game, guys. I like it. I don't think it's fair to include this in bad video games, because I don't think it's a bad video game. I think it lacks the polish that other Championship? I'm thinking of Championship Manager. It lacks the polish that other management sims of the time had, and the amount of fake content in this would annoy me after a while. I don't know if you can slap an option file on this and get the licensed kits for teams like Man United, that kind of thing, and change all the players and make sure all the players and the team names and that kind of thing is realistic. I don't know. So it would be better if there was a patch. So yeah, it doesn't deserve to be in bad video games, but with saying that, it's okay. It's a decent, from the very little I've played of it and what I know about it, it's okay. Would I buy it back in the day? No. There were far better management games available, and I'm going to say it one more time. All this has done is make me want to go and play PES 5. So that is what I'm going to do. As always, guys, thank you for joining me. Please hit me up a like. Please subscribe if you don't already, as Skulls Egg wins man of the match, and I will speak to you all very soon. Take care.